Welcome to the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast.
Welcome to the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast. Today we have Uncle Charles, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. How you doing, Charles?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing, brother. Just came back from a about 40-minute walk. So I have been exercising twice a day. One of the exercises is walking, which, by the way, Charles, if you didn't know this, walking is the best exercise to lose fat, because that's the only exercise that goes straight into fat consumption. So it's not like the other ones, they go into glucose and this and that. So man, I've been doing this for about a week, and then I'm doing weights as well. I'm lifting weights, nothing crazy, just some barbells, and just staying active pretty much. And I started at I'm not gonna mention the weight, but I lost so far about 12 pounds just by doing that. And I've done some fasting as well. So I did a 72-hour fast, followed with a 24 and a 24 and another 24. And I changed the diet. So I'm eating very healthy, and like I've been reading a lot about it and watching videos about it. So I'm pretty good, man. I feel good. I feel pumped up. How about you?
I'm good, man. Just getting ready for the clock has started. We're within 60 days of wholesaling live, and it's getting crazy, behind the scenes.
Let's talk about. I don't want to talk about wholesaling live yet. Let's put that to the end. What is the state of the market according to Uncle Charles?
Like the entire market.
Whatever market you're dealing with, right? So
This is what I had to say. This is what I've always believed in, man. Whether the market's popping or not popping, what I believe in is this: that if you have 2 hours a day to do your business, but you don't understand that you got to be mad productive in those 2 hours, you're not gonna get deals. If you come in, let's just, like me, I'm up at 5:15 every morning, and I usually get to the office like 6, sometimes 5:45, because I have a lot of stuff that I have to do behind the scenes, before the day starts. And then I was staying up late, but for many years. But now when I get home, I shut it off like around 7:30. But I think what people fail to understand is it really, I mean, for me, good market, bad market, it doesn't matter, man. There's so many different type of real estate strategies you can do. What matters is, are you willing to do the work? Like, for example, in the last 3 days, I have not made one cold call. Not one. But I have 3 subject twos I'm working on. I just got a small apartment complex in Corpus Christi. I have 2 partial interest deals that I'm working on. And then I just listed an ovation in Houston. I'm listed another innovation in San Juan. And I haven't made one phone call. And I mean, I don't showboat or show everybody what I do, but I'm just saying, like, if you're not engaged, then you're not gonna get deals. It's just really what it comes down to. That's my opinion, man. Whether it's good or bad, I think anybody can be successful. That's just a cop out, I think.
yeah, but let's compare. I agree, man. But let's compare to 2024 or 2020. Let's compare 2023 to right now.
Well, I'll go further. Let's go to the second quarter of 2022. And look at all the people that were in wholesaling from 2018 to mid part of 2022. The majority of the guys that were making a lot of the noise online are gone. I
Like
guess
who?
I'm not gonna say.
just kidding, man. Putting you on the spot there.
I'm not gonna cast stones because everybody has to meet. Everybody has to do their thing. But I'm saying that they've already moved on to something else. Some people went to e-com. Some people, yeah, that's good. I mean, if you find a different business, that's good. You should go to it. But everybody who was making a lot of people that were making a lot of noise in wholesaling are gone. And so the people who stay for two reasons. One, they having a level of success, or two, there's they want to see it through. There's no other there's no backup plan. This is it. I got to do a deal every month, and there's no backup plan. And so for me, there's no backup plan, man. I mean, I'm working on a lot of stuff, but it's always moving the needle forward, moving the needle forward, moving the needle forward. And I don't jump around. I've been in real estate for years, but I don't jump around to roofing, to e-com, to forex, to fucking whatever the fuck it is. I just adjust with the market, whatever the market is doing. Right now subject twos are being given up real easy. So I'm like, well, let me talk to people about subject twos. We got a few, not a lot. And then maybe 6 months from now, wholesaling will be better, or renovations or whatever. You just have to adjust.
So what I've seen is a lot of sub twos coming in.
Hmm.
A lot of them.
A lot of sub twos, yeah.
In 2023, you couldn't find one. You could find a few if you were targeting those very hard and following up and making the calls and negotiating and all that, right? Why is it that today people are walking away from homes?
Because during the COVID, when the forbearance took place, what people didn't realize, forbearance meant you got to pay later. And now a lot of those people didn't pay, and they got modifications. They got those HUD loans. They don't have to pay them, but they get behind again. And so a lot of these deals that are being done right now, they're just underwater. And it has a lot to do with the forbearances that they did. It has a lot to do with the interest rates that were after 2022. Couldn't pay them. Couldn't pay. People can't pay that, you know, 7, 8, 9% interest rate.
Affordability has gone down.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what the one thing that's always been true is the people who can't get a loan, that are cash rich, those people are making out like big dogs. Because imagine you have a good business, but you can't get a loan because you can't prove the money you make. And here comes along you or myself or somebody else. They're like, hey, we have a sub two here that we either wrap it to you or you can take it over. And those people are doing those people are doing well. The people that couldn't get loans with banks, they're people like that are getting properties.
Shout out to Joseph Castaneda who's watching us. I don't know where he's at. I think he's in Atlanta.
What's up, Joseph?
Yeah, he changed a lot, man. I don't know what he did, but he lost a lot of weight and he looks pretty strong now. So
Shit, I might have to
shout out.
take some lessons from him, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He definitely looks different, but shout out. He's a Harmony lender, actually, Joseph, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so that's what you think they're doing, Charles. They're all these sub twos, man. Because I've seen so many sub twos lately, it's unreal. It's and the entry fees are huge.
Yeah.
He said he got divorced. That's why he lost all the weight.
Hey,
That's
that'll
there you go. He said he got divorced. I get it. All right, perfect.
that'll do
Uh,
it.
yeah, and yes, I'm a Harmon lender. Good for you, Joseph. You should be coming up to Wholesaling Live with my friend Uncle Charles. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. And also to my event in North Carolina. We both do events, and mine is in November. So not far from you, Joseph. So if you want to be on stage, hit me up. It's not free, by the way. Yeah, I gotta disclose that, Charles, because you know how many times I had a conversation with somebody and they're like, "Oh, you want me to come to the stage?" I was like, "No, no, no, no. You said you want to come to the event and you wanted to speak. Why would I give you my stage? Number one, like, why do you have to put you on stage? Well, I'm gonna deliver value. Okay, who does not deliver value? Right? Everybody is out there to deliver value, but the truth is, whoever gets on stage is making money.
Mm.
That's it. One way or another, right? Um, so anyhow, what are we gonna be seeing in wholesaling live, Charles?
Man, it's gonna be some. Can I play the video?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can play the video. Hold on, hold on. Give me a second. Can I? Okay, hold on. Here it goes.
You gotta share the screen.
Yeah, let me see here. It's right here. Can you? I'll share the audio. All right. All right. Let me see if Let me see if you can hear. Can you hear the audio?
Hold on, because I gotta allow the screen on. Yeah, there it is.
All right. Can you hear that? Did you hear the audio?
I don't know. Hold on, play it.
You didn't hear the audio?
No.
All right. Hold on. I got to do it a different way. Hold on. Let me see here. Also, okay. Let's do it like that. Here it is. I got it. I got it. Ready?
Ready.
All right. You go put it on the board.
Yep.
Attention. Wholesaling Live 2025 is on. This isn't a seminar. This is a full-blown real estate war zone. October 17th and 18th, Wholesaling Live is back. And this year, live wholesaling meets live dispoing. You're going to experience real deals, real money, real live action. At Wholesaling Live, you're not coming to sit and take notes. No other event brings wholesaling and investing to life. You're going to meet elite investors, experience powerful systems, and this year, discover how AI is changing wholesaling and real estate forever. Get your ticket now. Get in the game. Level up or get left behind. Grab your spot now. Let's get it.
That's it right there, man.
Good.
So, Wholesaling Live is an event. There's a lot of boot camps and stuff. That's cool. But Wholesaling Live is the only event that so many first things happen. It's the first event where we took an entire event center and and all the companies work together in unison to bring leads to the people, data, comping, contracts, and then also the speakers brought value. And what we try to do every single year is bring the best new systems. Like this year, we're bringing in a lot of AI, which people I think are going to be very impressed by what's going on. We're bringing in some top companies that do some real special stuff in the industry. A new dispo company that stepped up to be the dispo system for Wholesale Live, because this year we're going to dispo live. Who we did not bring, just to be clear, I'm not casting stones on anybody, but we didn't bring individuals who didn't want to do it live. Like, hey, we want to do it live, and they were like, no, we don't want to do it live. I'm like, well, if you don't want to do it live, then you can't be at Wholesale Live, you know. And there's a lot of there's we reached out to almost every single PPC company. So I'm not going to say names, but let me just put it this way: if you have a PPC company, we reached out to you, and whether you called us and said you couldn't make it because you were doing a barbecue that weekend or some shit, Um, that sounded kind of mean, right? Or whether you didn't want to do it live. I mean, that's your thing. But at wholesale live, you're going to do it live. So people need to see if you say you got the best data, then come do it. And so when it comes to investor base, for example, they're going to do the dispo live, like for everybody to see it. It's going to happen. We're gonna do acquisitions and dispositions live, and that's going to be very, very special. The other thing that's happening at wholesale live is, you know, for example, we got Pace Morby coming, not in video, but live in person. Some people do that in video, but it's actually live. And then for the first time ever, I know you know about this, but I'll just say it. For the first time ever, REI Labs, which I invested in, is going to release the first ever real estate AI GPT. And that system, once wholesale lag's over, and I'll go ahead and kind of start talking about it a little bit. That system is more powerful than any mentor, any coach, any guru combined. That's how powerful it is. What I just said right now, I'm saying it on your podcast first. RE, which is the creation of REI Labs, is has more knowledge than all the mentors put together at one time. And what's really fantastic about RE is that it will be able to answer thousands and thousands and thousands of questions at the same time. So we know that there's nobody that can compete with it. And on top of that, it gets live data. It's not stored data. It's not bot data. It's live. So if it's online, it can get data. And then it can comp, it can do ARVs, it can analyze deals, create contracts. But the most important thing that we're so proud of, Ricardo, is that it can get buyers. We have mapped out the entire United States with phone numbers and emails, and you will be able to ask it on your phone, right on your phone, no platform needed. Let me have a buyer in 78251, and you're going to get buyers with the ability to click call them on the spot. And that's what, for almost 2 years now, I've been involved on the consulting side of it and the investment side of it, because I didn't build it. And that's what's going to be released at Wholesale Live.
What can people expect to be doing in wholesaling life?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, there is the traditional, speakers that are going to come, and all the speakers know to come and share value, not to come share their stories of hardship, right? The sponsors are going to share with the folks how their systems work, not the hype, but the real stuff, the live stuff. And then once we get all that training out of the way, we're going to go live. The entire event center, everybody is going to get leads. Everybody's going to be working. There's going to be people on the floor. Imagine this, Ricardo, because I know you've been there before. Imagine, you're brand new or you're experienced, but for some reason you get a brain part. And you're in the audience with hundreds of people, and you got somebody saying they want to sell. Imagine just raising your hand up, and the likes of Eric Klein, Henry Washington, Richard Taylor, Zach Guillen, walking up to you and closing that deal off for you right next to you. There's a lot of good people coming to this event, and that's what's going to happen. The guys are there not to hang out in a green room. They're there to bang with you. They're there to get down with you. And with God's help, we're going to have Dispo Live, and we're going to get people walk out of Wholesale Live with the understanding that they got money coming to them. That's what's going to happen.
Now, who is it wholesaling life for?
Wholesale Live was originally created for the people. You know, we had, we had an idea, or rather, I had an idea. Uh, how can we get the people involved? How can we get the audience involved? Not just so they sit there and listen to speakers, which that is good. I mean, it's good to listen to speakers because you learn that way. But how do we get the people involved? So when people come to the event, they are the event. And so wholesaling live is for people who want to get in the business, who people who have been in the business, who people who want to come network, who people who want to come see, all the new ways of doing stuff. It's for anybody who wants a chance, Ricardo, who wants to change something, who maybe feels like they lost an opportunity. Maybe they didn't graduate from high school. Maybe they've been to prison. Maybe they're stuck at a dead end job. It's for anybody who wants a chance. The beautiful thing about wholesaling live and real estate in general is that it has no color. It has no background. It doesn't care about status. It just, as long as you're willing to bring the heat and get a deal, you could be sitting down with a doctor tomorrow and have been released from jail 2 weeks ago, and the deal's gonna get done. That's what I love about real estate.
What's next for Uncle Charles, man?
What's next for me?
Yeah.
Well, thanks to you, I have a I have a lot of stuff going on. So we're doing wholesale live. We're launching REI Labs, right? And then I want to go ahead and say it for the first time here. I'm launching Unk, because people call me Unk, like Uncle. I'm
Yeah.
launching Unk 360, and we have the advanced and the starter. We are going to share with people independent AI agents that will help people with wholesaling, innovations, wholesaling, flipping, subject twos, and intro to credit financing. We're gonna practically give that away to everybody. And then we're gonna launch UNC 360, which has to do with partial interest, reverse wholesaling, selling paper lots, and LLC acquisition controls. How to take over LLCs that are inactive with properties. And the beautiful thing about that, Ricardo, is that all that is going to come with AI. So, for example, people who are doing this type of business, it's taking them weeks to just find somebody, taking them weeks to research all the deeds and everything that's recorded. You're going to be able to use an AI to do it in minutes. And I'm saying that for the first time here. Nobody knows I'm doing that, but we're going to launch on 360, and then my goal is to push Ari across the nation. And thanks to you, I got a book deal
Oh yeah.
from self publishing.
Good deal.
So I'll be talking. I already started. I actually have a meeting with them here at 4 o'clock. Another one, and we're gonna be writing my story of how you know. And a lot of people when I talk to them about the story, they're like, "Oh, you writing about prison?" I'm like, "No." Are you buying them? Are you writing about real estate? No. What I'm writing about is resolve. Like, how do you fall so far, or so many times you keep getting back up? And that's what I believe in. I believe in, you know, you take a knee, okay, stand back up, and the mindset that it takes to do that. Because some of these things that I've done in my life, they're so far up there, like so far, and you're just thinking to yourself, like, damn, like, how do I get there? How do I collapse time? But you do it one step at a time.
That's all it is, man. Are they gonna be in wholesaling live?
They're gonna be at wholesale live.
Good. I love those guys. They're amazing. They have a pretty good program. Um, so you're right. When do you think you're gonna start writing the book?
We already started. I wrote an excerpt already.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote an excerpt, and I sent it to them, and they're like, "Man, that's pretty fucking good." And It's so the type of book that I'm going to be writing, man. It's not a descriptive type book. It's the type of book where I'm narrating what took place, and that's the style that I want to do. I want to talk to people, I want to tell them, the story, of how it all happened, and because a lot of times when you're just telling a story, people they lose the vision of what you're talking about, and what I want to do is I want to show them like what's really on my mind, like how I really talk. Can I read a little piece to you?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
absolutely.
All right, man. This really happened to me. Ready? Here goes, man. For the first time, ready? It's called On the Other Side. On the Other Side. It says, all right, here goes. Everybody has a story to tell. Some people say they were gangsters, bosses, or hustlers. Some played the corner, some played the boardroom. Shot collars, suits, soldiers, all chasing the same thing: power, money, respect, a way out or a way up. Yeah, don't let the wardrobe fool you. The strap or the tie don't make a man different. One just robs you faster, the other's slow. But they both come for blood or money, and they both can leave you empty if you ain't ready. And that's just life. When you got more, others want to take it, bring you to your knees. I know a little something about that. Here's my story, and I tell it with many regrets but few apologies. It begins with a bullet, not in me, not yet, but in the head of my friend, just 8 years old back in '78. That was the first time. That was the first time I saw what death looked like: cold, sudden, permanent, shocking. Then came '82, another bullet. Another friend, 14 years old, took one in the chest right in front of me. Trauma hit. Raw, ruthless, no therapy, no social worker, no shoulder to cry on, no one to turn to, just silence. Get over it, is what they said. But ain't nothing you, man. No one special here. Just a scarred man looking back. 10 years lost behind gates built for savages, all for another bullet I had to plead guilty to.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
Yes, I sent that to them and they're like, okay.
that's pretty good, man. Actually, I've learned a lot of things about you that many people don't know. Like those videos you sent me a few weeks back, and my wife and I looked at them, and she was like, "Oh my god, he did that." I'm not gonna say what it is, Charles, because I'm not allowed to. But
You
you
talking
have
about
you have some you have an artistic, um in a way you are actually you are an artist. um it's
you
just
talk,
that you never,
I don't
I
talk
guess
about it.
you haven't developed that fully, um like most artists do it, right? So um I got a book too, man, and it's called The Trip to Financial Freedom in 365 Days, and it's funny because my intro is called the $10 million lesson, which now it should be called the $15 million lesson, because that's really what the number looks like.
Hmm,
And it starts with, how in the hell did I end up here?
I like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
And then so I on top of the world in July 2017, when we're making $500,000 a month net, that was like I've never seen so much money in my life.
Hmm,
And then my mentor's name was Harvey, is what it's called. And then my wife is going to pump some gas at the gas station, and I don't have $50 to put in on her car. So that's why it all starts with, how in the hell did I end up here, right?
I like that, man.
So I'm gonna be expanding on that pretty soon because that's a project I've put to the side for a very long time, and I think right now is the good time to do it. I'm focusing more on creating content nowadays. That's why you've seen me going live back to back, and I'm starting a new podcast called in Spanish, actually called Conecta y Convierte, which is connect and convert in English. Is how to connect with people and convert them into clients, basically, right? Um, and we're actually going to be doing a live event in Venezuela in February 2026, February 27th, 28th, with that brand. Nobody knows this. I guess, I just spilled the beans, I guess, with you here, Charles. But um, when is wholesaling live, Charles? When do people need to go to wholesaling live, get tickets? What's the website? Tell me everything about it.
So wholesaling live is October 17th and 18th. That's when it's going down, man. It's going down October 17th and 18th. Now, if you come for the elite, you get to come for Sunday mastermind. But if you just come general, then you come get there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The website is wholesalinglive.com. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, I just posted it just to make sure that October 17th and 18th. So, um, let me look at the tickets you got. So you got Elite, okay, and then you got a VIP, and you have a Sunday Mastermind.
Yeah.
So, how many people are allowed on that mastermind?
Well, I mean, I have room for about 60 people, so
Okay,
we have room, not everybody wants to come elite, or not everybody can stay, till, Sunday. But the good thing about coming to the mastermind is that you're going to be around, all the people that are doing deals. And that's really what we're going to intimately share a lot of the AI stuff, that's being done. For example, when it comes to SMS, when it comes to audio, when it comes to data, and knowledge. So it's the Sunday events really like where that happens, And I think that I honestly think that within, because I didn't know nothing about AI 2 years ago, but I deal with these AI guys every day, and I honestly believe that within, I'm not going to say 12 months, but I'm going to say within the next 24 months, people that are not using AI in their business, at least in our business, I can talk for our business, you're going to be left behind. Because, I mean, I know guys right now that are using AI to contact thousands of people. Like we have an AI that we created. So REI Labs is separate, right? That's a whole separate system. But we created another system that can message thousands of people at the same time. At the same time, have conversations with thousands of people at the same time, and you don't know the difference whether it's AI or not. You can't. And as a matter of fact, I actually was having an argument with one of the guys online, and my engineers called me. They're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "You're having an argument with the AI." And so I honestly believe that people need to, and you'd be surprised. You would be surprised, Ricardo. There's a lot of good people that are very high up. I'm not going to mention names. They have no idea of where to get started with AI. No idea. And like, for example, on our team, we're doing a code development with another group. These guys, they built something for us. You know how old they are, Ricardo? 17 and 18 years old. 17 and 18 years old, and they built an add-on to RE that is for comping and ARV, and it's very precise.
shout out to Caesar. He says I was there on the second edition of Wholesaling Live.
He was there. He was there. He actually ran it.
and he went to the Sunday Mastermind. Yeah, I remember him saying that because he produced the event uh that weekend,
Yeah.
and I remember him coming back because I was stuck in Venezuela. I remember that I couldn't make it to that one, and I remember him saying, "Man, that Sunday Mastermind meeting that Uncle Charles had was amazing." So, um, man, if you guys are on the fence about wholesaling live, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be producing the event with Caesar, actually, who's commenting on the post, and for Charles and his crew, we're gonna be providing all the sound, the the videos, the screens, microphones, you name it.
You
Um,
know, the thing about coming to an event like Wholesale Live, it's not just the experience you're gonna have, but the knowledge you're gonna gain, the networking. I mean, I'll give you an example. You know, Caesar, I met him through you. We created a relationship. We become friends. And I think like 2, 3 days ago, I was like, "Hey, Caesar, I need to put a lockbox there in Houston." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." You know, he. I mean, I paid him. I gave him a little extra for gas. But you know, think about that. He went and put the lockbox, took photos for me, bought the lockbox. I mean, it's really invaluable when you go to an event. And I'm not. I don't want to be biased just about Wholesale Live. I love Wholesale Live because it's so. It's a really, really active event. But what I say to folks is this: if you've been to some of the big events, the big ones, the real big ones, and it's the same message, and you're gonna go there and just sit down and listen. Okay, that's cool. I get it. But if you want to come take action and have an experience and be around people that's what they want, then Wholesale Live is like no other event.
I've seen it. I've been there. So, um, the elite looks good to me, man. You're not selling it expensive either for everything you're including here.
You know,
Um,
that in 2022 and 2023, the elite tickets were $3,000.
I remember. I
We're
spoke to
mindful.
those guys. I remember I spoke to them in your office.
Yeah.
You had a group of, there was probably 20, 30 people, maybe more.
Mhm.
I don't remember. It's been a while, but you had a big group, and every chair was taken. There was standing room around the room. I don't even remember what I talked to them about. I think it was about scaling a wholesaling operation or something along those lines. But that was a pretty solid group, man, and that was a full event. You had a lot of great people there that attended and spoke at Wholesaling Live. Um, I made a lot of great relationships from that event. I remember we used to go eat. We went and ate steak at Michael's restaurant, which to me was actually pretty good. It was a pretty good restaurant. And I had an amazing time. To be honest with you, Charles, it kind of breaks my heart that I don't know that I can be there on that Sunday, because that Sunday is Formula One race and I have tickets for that. So it breaks my heart. Like, you have no idea. But
Where's Formula going to be? Formula One.
Austin. So um
What time does it start?
the race should start somewhere around like 1 or 2 p.m. maybe.
Mm.
Um and that's like a whole day event. You gotta get there like around 11 o'clock in the morning, get parking. Parking is far from the track. But we'll see. I know Caesar will most likely attend that Sunday meetup. Guys, if you guys are on the fence about wholesaling live, don't think about it. I'm gonna be there. Charles is gonna be there. He's got a lineup that's amazing. He's got Nick Perry, man. He's honestly, Charles, Nick is kind of like the godfather of PPC and how to hire and fire and scale operations. I've seen him turn up the operation, turn it down, turn it up, turn it down, turn it multiple times. And this guy, he's just amazing. I'm great to call him a friend. You're gonna have Logan Fulmer, who's killing it on the dirty deeds and those creative deals that are happening all over. And he's making. He told me he's making an average of 100 to $150,000 a pop on those deals. You're gonna have Kong Kang. I mean, YouTube celebrity negotiating deals online. Guy drives a Ferrari, a Lambo, and got an amazing channel. Eric Klein, who's an amazing closer. Henry Washington, man, I remember Henry first stage. You know which one that was?
Which one?
That was
Yours?
my stage, brother. He was in. He went to the one in Miami where I had the yachts, where you talked to Jorge Valdez on that room.
Mhm.
So he was at that event. You're
He's
gonna have,
a he's a he's a co-host down Bigger Pockets.
yeah, no, he's doing great things, man. Henry is doing amazing. So shout out to Henry. Zach Guillen, he's very popular with that younger crowd. He's got a good channel. Rick Guillen, he's also his father, and he's a real estate investor. And Richard Taylor, who you told me, he's got this Discord channel with thousands of people online at any given time. I can't wait until I meet these guys like that. I don't know. I don't know Richard. I know of Zach and Rick. I've actually communicated with them in the past. But we're not friends or anything like that. I just want to connect with people I don't know. One of the main reasons I go to events is for that as well. Hey, let me get. There's always a saying that says, "New people cure all money."
Yep.
And you get stuck on the same circles over and over again. It's the same click, and those clicks are all over, Charles. You got clicks all over, and then you got the same clicks. And if it's not so and so, oh, that's not a good group. If it's not so and so, oh, you don't go there because they're not with us or whatever. You know what? I'm tired of that shit. And some of these people need to grow the fuck up. They need to understand that there are other people out there that are making things happening, and that they're not the only ones in the universe.
I'll say this about that. I've never been one to be in a clique. Not even when I was young, I was not in a gang, and even when I was incarcerated.
You told me that you were not on a clique, that you were on your own.
Yeah, and so I'm not one to follow. I just don't follow, and I don't know, man. I don't want to talk shit because I rather if I have to tell somebody something, I'll tell them to myself. What I will say about the real estate industry is, or any industry, is in this business, man, you got to respect everybody, even if you don't like them. And the reason I say that is because you never know who that person's going to talk to, and that person may be talking to the one person that could have changed your life. And the other part about that is people may perceive you a certain way. Like me, I'm always like this. Anybody, there ain't nobody. I'm always the same person. And I think it's very, I think it's very sad and shallow when people talk about other people behind their back. And I can't do that. I can't be part of that. I can't be part of it just on general purpose. Like, bro, whether I agree with you or not, and most likely I wouldn't. I can't be part of that because I'm not built that way. And so I don't fall into the cliques. I know there's a lot of cliques. Everybody's kind of hate on each other, hate on this group, hate on that group, hate on that group. And my thing is, bro, why don't you just get to work, man? Just work with everybody. What's all the drama about?
That's my philosophy, man. We can all win. We can all win. It's it's kind of it's sad when you see that happen, that people talk behind other. Man, if I got something to tell you, I'm gonna tell it to you in your face, and you're not gonna like it. You're probably
Yeah.
not gonna like it, but I'm not expecting you to like it either.
Yeah.
But let's say you have something to tell me, Charles, and that's something that I may not like, but I'm gonna appreciate that more than anything else because at least I know who I'm dealing with.
Man,
Hey
I
Charles, you know what? That thing you just told me that broke my heart or my spirit or whatever, or you call me a punk, whatever. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for letting me know where we stand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect that. But
yeah.
when people talk about other people's behind their backs, and then they playing like everything is cool or whatever, that's called being a hypocrite.
Yeah. Or they tell you like don't say nothing,
Hey, don't
like that
say
kind.
don't say nothing. But I know this guy did this to the other guy. That's
Yeah.
gossiping. I hate. Oh my god, I hate that. Like, and don't
And
come to me with any of that shit.
you know what I like about have Mike Tyson. I can't say like how Mike said it, but Mike Tyson said something like this. He said sometimes the people you can trust the most are your enemies,
Yeah.
and the reason for that is because at least you know the enemy what he thinks of you and what he wants of you. But those who come pretending to be friends, you don't fucking know, and you don't know, and so I've only burned one bridge in this real estate industry, just one fucking guy, and he knows who I am if he's listening. But even the folks who I dislike, I do my best not to burn bridges, and even if we had a different a difference of opinion, I'm gonna share with them like, look, man, I really got nothing for you, but you know, um, let's just leave it at that, and that way we understand each other. I don't know, man. This business, I've been in it so long, Ricardo. I've been in it longer than you.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in this business so long. I've seen people come, go, crash, ascend, burn, talk shit, get humbled. Like, bro, I'm telling you, man, just because you found just because you found a gold pot of gold today doesn't mean that 6 months from now or 12, 24 months from now you're not gonna be humbled.
Let's leave it like that, Charles. I know you got another meeting coming up in about 3 minutes. Guys, don't forget to hit share, like, and subscribe. I feel like we can do another podcast to about this conversation. This is a pretty good conversation, Charles. Ethics and morale really is what it comes down to. And guys, don't forget to hit share, like, and subscribe. You got the website here is wholesalinglife.com, guys. We'll see you in San Antonio, and we'll see you on the next one.